Welcome to the 29th edition of Cool Tools, where I show you some of the interesting and innovative things that I have in my workshop. Today, we have some hippie tape, we have something better than yoga pants, we have a table saw safety device, earmuffs that listen for you, a kit to upgrade your rotary tool, a clever dust mask, and a $3 promise that's half a century in the making. Any sponsors involved are disclosed at the beginning of the video, and each cool tool is linked in the video description below and pinned to the top of the comments, so you can use those links to check out these products for yourself. Now let's get started. Sometimes the most useful tools in my shop are the ones that just get taken for granted, like double-sided tape. Nobody thinks about double-sided tape until they need it. Then they wish they thought to keep some around. The problem is not all tape is equal. If all you need is a light bond, you can get by with any cheap tape. You can even use that blue tape trick that's going around. But if you need a secure bond, such as for wood turning or attaching router templates, or to hold parts on your CNC, or for a myriad of other tasks, you need good double-sided tape that you know will hold. I like Hippie Crafter tape for two reasons. First, it's different than regular pressure-sensitive adhesive tape. It's tougher, with reinforcing fibers inside. And it's a little stretchy. My personal opinion is that this difference in consistency better cancels out minor imperfections on the two surfaces that you're sticking together, so you get a stronger bond. It also has a silicone-based adhesive that you will immediately notice is a lot more tacky, but it still peels off when I want it to. The bond is strong enough for high-stress tasks like routing and even for CNC work, but again, it can still be peeled off without damaging the wood fibers or leaving a sticky film behind. It's really difficult to describe this to someone who hasn't used it. You just have to see for yourself. I recommend you use the link below the video to grab a roll and just keep it in the shop for when you need it. You'll thank me later. You know what I hate? Yoga pants. They ride up. You know what I love? Yoga mats, because they make great benchtop pads for sanding and routing. Router mats have been around for a long time, and they work great to hold your workpiece in place without clamps. But they usually aren't cheap, they aren't very durable, and they aren't always conveniently sized for your bench. A good yoga mat is really grippy. It has to be, because they don't want people slipping on the floor while they're using it. And they're big. This one is 2 foot by 6 foot, and it's ideally rectangular shape for a bench top. Plus, it's really tough. I use mine for routing and for sanding, but it's also great for protecting a saw top when you need extra workspace. I can't speak for every cheap yoga mat out there, but I know this one works well in my shop. I'll link to it below so you can check it out. I've been using Hedgehog featherboards for quite a while because they're really cleverly designed. So I was excited when I saw that they came out with a push block. Here's what makes this different. Unlike homemade pushers, this one has an offset handle that makes it easier to work around a blade guard. Unlike other commercially made offset push blocks, the Hedgehog is made from a special glass reinforced nylon material that won't shatter and become shrapnel if it hits the blade. I also like the neoprene strip on the bottom, which my homemade versions lack, and which is grippier and I think more durable than the foam-like strips found on the bottoms of other pushers. It's 3/8 of an inch wide for narrow rips, and it has a slight forward angle to the handle, which makes it comfortable to use and directs pressure naturally downward as well as forward. It may look like just another pusher, but looks can be deceiving. You'll feel the difference when you try it. I'll link to the Hedgehog push block below the video. I'm a big proponent of wearing hearing protection in the workshop, but earplugs and earmuffs create an annoying phenomenon, especially when you're not alone in the shop. You can't hear what other people are saying to you, and if you try to talk to someone when you have them on, you end up yelling like an idiot. I once had half a conversation with Pete before I realized he wasn't even aware I was talking to him. So I got these new headphones from Isotunes that they call Link Aware. They say that they have level-dependent aware technology. Basically, that means you can hear what's going on around you when you're wearing them, but when the noise hits an unsafe level, they kick on and then they protect your ears. This technology goes way beyond being able to have a conversation. For example, many people tell me that they hate hearing protection because they can't hear if a machine is running, and they fear they may accidentally leave the saw or something else on, which can be very dangerous. But with these, I can hear the low hum of a machine just fine. But when I start cutting and that noise increases to that high-pitched, unsafe level, they automatically kick on and block it out until the cut's finished. They improve your situational awareness of what's going on around you. And they're great for when you're working in the shop or on a job site and you have to hear what's going on. Maybe you're working with just a few noisy tools and you're going in between them and you don't want the hassle of taking off and putting back on hearing protection every couple of minutes. Of course, they're also Bluetooth enabled, so when you are in a situation where you want to listen to music or a podcast, you can do that as well. Again, while still hearing what's going on around you. I suspect this is a similar, if tweaked, technology to what firearms enthusiasts use. I've often wondered if that could be applied in some way to woodworking, and now I know. They come in earbud form as well. Those are called Pro Aware. These are called Link Aware. I'm going to link to them below, which is not a pun. I recommend that you check it out soon because Isotunes is running a special deal for our viewers where you get a free set of wired hearing protection with any purchase. So you can get one of the Link Aware or any model, and you also get the Isotunes wired thrown in. That discount code is Stumpy Wired, but if you use the link below this video, it's automatically applied for you. And that offer is good through September 30th, 2021. Rotary tools are among the most versatile tools that you can have in your kit, but they're nothing without good bits. If I could recommend a simple bit set that will get you out of the most jams and complete the widest variety of odd jobs, it would be these, the 4-piece Carbide DIY set from Duragrid. It includes a cutting and shaping wheel, which features carbide both on the edge and on the face, along with the thick steel that's durable enough to utilize those surfaces without bending or breaking it. The set also includes a carbide drum with a hollow tip, which means it will function as a hole saw and as a sander or grinder to enlarge those holes, or you can use it to shape or sand wood, plastic, ceramics, composites, all sorts of things. There's a mushroom-shaped wheel for sculpting compound curves rapidly. Imagine using it for coping, for wood carving, all sorts of odd jobs where you need the speed and durability of carbide. And the set also includes a pointed, detailed burr for finer work. Each of these tools have countless uses, and having them with your rotary tool will have you reaching for that tool time and again. They're very handy. I'll link to them below this video so you can check out that set, as well as the other carbide tools that Duragrid has to offer. Check them out. A couple years ago, we made a video about the importance of an N95 mask that fits your face properly. If your mask leaks, it's not going to protect your lungs from the fine dust that woodworking can create. I favor the Trend Stealth mask because its silicone shell seals on my face like a large respirator, but it has the compact size and light weight of a smaller mask. It has replaceable filters inside, and I can wear it comfortably for extended periods. I still love this mask. But Trend has also come out with an even lighter version that I think is worth a look. It's called the Stealth Light, and it's basically a high-quality cloth mask, but with the added benefit of a silicone seal for a better fit on your face and proper head straps for a more comfortable and effective fit. They've basically stripped down a respirator to its most critical components so it's as light and compact as can be. The straps in the frame are reusable and the filter portion of the mask is replaceable. If you're looking for high-end protection that's even lighter and more comfortable than the regular Stealth, this is worth checking out. I'll link to both versions in the notes below. Since you made it this far into the video, I'm going to reward you with something that I discovered a few months back that's also under $3 and has finally fulfilled a promise from way before I was born, half a century ago. The promise is a truly erasable ink pen. I don't know about you, but those crappy erasable pens from decades ago when I was a kid were a huge disappointment because they didn't really erase much. These are truly erasable. Don't ask me how, because the eraser on the end is more of a hard plastic than a rubber, and it's a nice free-flowing gel ink. But when I inevitably make a mistake, I can make it disappear. I use these in the office more than the shop, and they may or may not change your life, but at just over $2 each, you really should grab one and try it. You know where the link will be. That's it for this edition of Cool Tools. Don't forget to use those links below the video, and we'll see you next time.